Diwali traditionally is considered the weakest film going day of the year. A lot of people would want to celebrate their Diwali with Tiger 3. Salman Khan is a huge star. He has a huge draw. We believe in Mr. Salman Khan's stardom, and we feel that even on the weakest day of the year, we can get additional money into the kitty. The highest collection for a film on Lakshmi Puja day is 15 crores. Okay. So maybe we are in for a good surprise on Sunday. Newer markets have to be developed. Like there are markets now in Africa which are also releasing the film, and you have these smaller countries in Europe which are now coming up with good numbers.
Rohan Malhotra, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you, sir.
Rohan, you are the vice president of the distribution arm of Yash Raj Films. You're the brain behind the widest release that Salman Khan's upcoming film Tiger 3 is going to have. Although the film is going to have a 6 a.m. show, but some of the theaters are going to play the film for almost 24 hours. I mean, the earliest show is scheduled at 2 a.m. So then please tell us more about this big plan to release Tiger 3.
So the reason for opening the film early on a Sunday, which is on the day of Diwali, is that Diwali traditionally is considered the weakest film going day of the year in terms of, because most of the evening and night shows get affected by the Lakshmi Puja timings where people prefer to stay with families. We have taken a call and we are the first producers in 12 years to release a film on Diwali, with the last one also being our film, Jab Tak Hai Jaan in 2012, to release a film on Lakshmi Puja Day on the basis of the fact that we believe in Tiger 3 as a film. It's a really good film. We believe in Mr. Salman Khan's stardom, and we feel that even on the weakest day of the year, we can get additional money into the kitty. As we are breaking convention here, we have also broken convention in terms of show timings, and in order to make up for the period of time when collections will be hit due to the puja, we are going to hold early morning shows starting as early as 6:05 a.m. and shows beyond 12 p.m., which is at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the night, 11:45 p.m. a day before, means basically on 12th night, to accommodate people after the puja. Because while we understand that people will be busy with puja, a lot of people would want to celebrate their Diwali with Tiger 3 because it's the fifth part of the YRF'S spy universe. There are lots of interesting tidbits in the film and people would not want to wait for spoilers to come out.
So then what is the reason of releasing the film on a Sunday and not on a Friday?
So at YRF, we always look at the fact that what works better for the overall business of the film. It is good to follow convention. You do not need to reinvent the wheel when it is pretty much working, and we mostly do follow convention. But it is okay at YRF to not follow convention, and Mr. Aditya Chopra supports us in that decision-making thought process. With Pathan, we broke convention. The film should have released on 26 January, which is a national holiday. We had a guaranteed day one record in our pocket had we released it on 26th. It beautifully would go into the weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a long 4-day weekend. We let go of the first day record and came a day earlier on 24th January because one, we believed that Pathan was a very good film. Two, we believed there was enough urgency to watch the film. And three, most importantly, we believed in Mr. Shah Rukh Khan's stardom to pull that film on a non-working day.
Sure.
That is what made the 500 happen in the end, that extra day which we played.
Sure. I was talking to an exhibitor. He said there must be some muhurat, or what is the reason? Because don't you think you're gonna lose some crores for not releasing film on Friday? Do you think so?
No. So there is no muhurat. There is a lot of number crunching. There's a lot of data in play. There is a good experience of releasing Jab Tak Hai Jaan on this day many years ago. There is a case where there is no data now for 12 years. And there is a genuine belief in Tiger as a film. It's a very good film. Two, Mr. Salman Khan's stardom here. And thirdly, of the fact that there are enough people who would be interested in celebrating Diwali with Tiger 3 by watching it in cinemas. And it's a risk which we have taken. But with Pathan, we learned something. It worked well for us. We are taking a risk here again by releasing it on the weakest day of the year. But we do believe that looking at the advance booking, that it would pay off and the film will open to good houses. And the next day onwards, it should start running havoc when the New Year holiday kicks in.
Sure. So then, what is the target that you have set for the film to achieve on day one?
So the target from 12 is basically would be based on data. The highest collection for a film on Lakshmi Puja Day is 15 crores. Uh, there is no data after that for 12 years. We have a number in our head. Uh, I don't want to say it because obviously it is, I never said it in Pathan also, but we have a number in our head. What I can say is the advance booking is really promising. Surprisingly, there are a lot of cinemas which are even going houseful in advance in the puja timings. So
Okay.
maybe we are in for a good surprise on Sunday.
Congratulations. Looking forward. But you're releasing the film on November 11th. That's a day in advance in many markets like US, UK, UAE, Europe. Salman Khan has fans across the world. How has been the response in these markets for Tiger 3?
For us, this is our fourth Salman Khan film. The earlier three have been blockbusters: Ek Tha Tiger, Sultan, and Tiger Zinda Hai. There was no market which sort of did better than the other. I think that every market did huge numbers with huge potential. This is again a spy universe film, which is the fifth part of a franchise. Salman Khan is a huge star. He has a huge draw. And we are not releasing the film a day in advance overseas. We are releasing it as 9 p.m. India Standard Time. So some in Australia, it's still on the 12th. Some countries you might end up having one or two shows. In some countries like the US, you might almost have the full day. So it is staggered. It's basically a preview which we are holding in certain markets because there is no effect of pre-Diwali in those markets and it's a normal weekend over there. So it's gonna play out in that way. But I expect the film to have a rocking run overseas as well across markets. I do not see means basically with the Spy Universe film and with the Tiger series, it's generally pretty much been good all across.
Which are the new territories where you'll be releasing Tiger 3 for the first time?
So generally, I think so because we just had Pathan this year at the start of the year. Then in international markets, we released Jawan as well. Now we have Tiger 3 and now we have YRF will also be releasing Donkey in international markets. And similarly, so I think so what happened with Pathan is pretty much now being followed for all films where wherever that film ended up opening and releasing in those markets for because YRF is the distributor, we are pretty much following the similar template for this. Newer markets have to be developed, it doesn't happen overnight. So I think so we are in most markets, some of them are in a nascent stage which are still being developed.
Like,
And so it's basically like there are markets now in Africa which are also releasing the film, and you have these smaller countries in Europe which are now coming up with good numbers. So as they will keep developing and getting better and better, I think so the business of Indian films will keep going up. Now we have an IMAX version which is playing worldwide, even in the smallest of European countries in Australia. So that's a really big deal for Indian cinema.
so apart from Hindi version of Tiger 3, you'll be releasing the film with English subtitles in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala, and Puducherry and Andhra Pradesh, along with Tamil and Telugu dub version.
Yeah.
It's really a big deal. When did you start the work on Tamil and Telugu version of Tiger 3? Like,
So basically, this English subtitle, YRF has been doing it for all their films since Sultan. Because we received requests from exhibitors that some dialogue sometimes get lost in the audiences prefer to have an English subtitle there. So cinemas in southern India were requesting us for that. So we decided to go with what the exhibitors requested us. In terms of the dubbed versions, obviously we have been working on them for some time. it is about making the film accessible. So if you want to watch the Hindi version, it's good. If you want to watch the dubbed version, if that is the language of your choice, you can do that as well. As long as people end up watching the film in a manner which is most convenient to them and which they are most comfortable with.
When do you think we'll be ready as an industry to release a film with subtitles and with a dub version across the world like Hollywood do?
So we have subtitles in various international languages, which is playing across countries. I think so with dubbed versions, it's pretty much at this point what we have basically seen as an industry standard is that once a film breaks out and does huge business, that is the time you end up dubbing it into various non-traditional languages and taking it abroad. Like we've seen a film like Hitchki, which was a small film for us, but it turned out to be a box office monster in China. When we did release the film, it did some, I don't, in excess of $20 million just in China alone. So eventually, content is king. If we keep making good content and we keep the audience hooked onto it, so I think so we'll be in a good space, and West will seek out our movies even more.
So the Taylor Swift era movie was dominating American box office in October, along with another horror film called Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah, that did incredibly well.
Yeah, but the Brie Larson starrer, The Marvels, which also stars Jude Law, will be releasing on November 10th. That just a day before Tiger 3 release. Do you think Tiger 3 will outdo other releases in the West, especially in America?
So I think so with Tiger 3, the advances are really good even in the States, and the film is gonna get a really good release. I think so at this point, when we are 3 days out of away from release, we are just happy that the film is good as per us. And once the audience watches it, gauges it, and I think so if the film is good, then who can say anything in today's day and age? So we are about to find out that how far and wide a film can go, honestly.
Well, hope your Tiger 3 will roar at the box office and
Thank
you have a cracker of a Diwali. Thank you for
Absolutely.
your time and best of luck.